Young, and the rest is spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a beautiful, chaotic day to completely lose our grip on reality over the latest Genoa City drama. We have so much absolute madness to unpack. So grab your iced coffees, buckle up, and let's dive right into the tea. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now. I am literally filming this while I am running errands. I'm pacing around the parking lot of Target, genuinely looking like a complete lunatic because I just had to jump on here and vent. My soul has actually left my body. I cannot even begin to process the sheer unadulterated chaos that Jack Abbott is unleashing upon us right now. It is giving major I cannot even energy, and we are spilling all the tea right now. I was mid-skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over the rug when I realized what was happening on my screen. Send help. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step because my brain is straight up mush right now. Diane Jenkins Abbott is having nightmares, like full-blown, sweat-inducing, clutching the sheets, night terrors, where Patty Williams, yes, that Patty Williams, the ultimate walking red flag, is literally replacing her in Jack's life. Bestie, be for real right now. Can you even imagine the psychological torture of that? Diane has done some genuinely unhinged things in her past, like faking her own death, but having her husband's deeply obsessed, violently unpredictable ex slowly morphing into the new lady of the Abbott mansion in your subconscious, I would legitimately never sleep again. I'd be chugging iced espresso shots until my heart gave out. And don't even get me started on the vibes of the Abbott mansion at night. It's already so dark and moody, perfect for a psychological thriller, but adding Patty to the mix, I am hyperventilating. So while Diane is basically fighting literal demons in her sleep and spiraling into a paranoid abyss, what is Jack Abbott doing in the broad daylight? He is meeting Patty at Society. Society, the most public, overpriced, see-and-be-seen restaurant in all of Genoa City. I had to yeet my phone across the room when I saw this. Usually, whenever Jack sees Patty, he is straight up furious, and rightfully so. This woman has a history that belongs in a premium cable true crime documentary. But recently, Jack has decided to put on his little strategist hat and map out a plan to weaponize her obsession with him. He is playing bon chess with a woman who is a walking biohazard. I am personally offended by his sheer audacity, but also I am totally living for it. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but the details of this little lunch date are what genuinely sent me into orbit. Jack tells Patty that he is getting his own drinks. He is getting his own drinks because the last time they hung out, she literally drugged him on a yacht. Did I say that yet? Whew. My brain is mush. Moving on. But seriously, imagine going on a business date with someone and being like, hey, bestie, I'm going to pour my own sparkling water today so I don't wake up unconscious on a boat while my marriage implodes. The sheer unfiltered camp of it all. He's maintaining this extremely delicate balance, telling Patty that he genuinely wants to save his marriage to Diane, which is wild because he's basically saying, I'm using you, but I'm being honest about it. Wait, did you guys hear that? I swear, a bird just hit my windshield. Whatever, rip to the bird, but back to the main event. Patty is initially super cautious, which, fair. If Jack Abbott suddenly wants to share a charcuterie board with you after you drugged him, you should probably be highly suspicious. But Patty's brain doesn't work like ours. She sees this as a massive win. She sees Jack reaching out and getting his own drink as a step forward in their twisted, toxic dynamic. She is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with her delusions, but you have to admit she is the perfect weapon for Jack's completely unhinged master plan. He knows she is dangerous. He knows she poisoned Summer Newman years ago, like we have not forgotten that trauma. But Jack is looking at this chaotic energy and thinking, yes, this is exactly what I need to take down Victor. And honestly, the effort Jack is putting into this is terrifyingly delicate. He has to convince Patty that his interactions aren't just pure manipulation, while simultaneously trying not to alienate Diane even further. It is a tightrope walk over a pit of active volcanoes. If Jack is going to genuinely strike at his longtime nemesis, Victor, it requires a nuanced approach involving multiple players, and it has to be executed flawlessly. One wrong move, one misplaced smile at Patty, and the whole thing detonates. I am literally clutching my chest because the anxiety of watching him try to pull this off is taking years off my life. Let's pivot back to Diane for a second, because the girl needs a serious reality check and an entire strategy overhaul. Billy Abbott, yes, Billy. I make terrible life choices. Abbott is suddenly the voice of reason. I am genuinely unwell. Billy and Kyle walked in on Jack at the most inappropriate, jaw-dropping time ever when he was caught in that compromising situation, and now Billy is telling Diane that she needs to get past her anger. Billy giving relationship advice is like a pyromaniac giving fire safety tips. But honestly, he's not wrong. He is straight up right, which is a sentence I never thought I would say. Diane needs to realize that this entire dumpster fire was meticulously curated by Victor Newman. Victor paid Patty to be there. Victor orchestrated the entire yacht disaster. As the mustache himself said, Patty exceeded his expectations. Victor's basically sitting in his leather chair, stroking his mustache and laughing while the Abbott family implodes. Diane has to wake up and smell the sabotage. Victor was wrong about Jack. Jack isn't the villain in this specific scenario. He is the victim of a classic Newman setup. If Diane wants to save her marriage, she needs to stop packing her bags, stop letting her nightmares dictate her reality, and team up with Jack instead of letting him go rogue on this solo revenge mission. They need to be a united front. Otherwise, Victor wins. And we absolutely cannot have that. Can we talk about Patty's potential redemption for a second? Because the show is heavily hinting at it, and I am straight up glitching. Can anyone ever truly trust Patty Williams? Absolutely not. Bestie, be for real right now. But she might genuinely try her hardest to help Jack, and in doing so, regain a tiny fraction of his goodwill. Jack is never going to love her again. The decades of trauma, the violence, the danger she poses to his loved ones, that bridge isn't just burned, it's pulverized into ash. However, Jack believes that her obsessive love for him is a valuable currency. He is weaponizing her devotion. It is so dark, so twisted, and I am completely here for it. Jack literally describes Victor as an emotional vampire, and emotional vampire. Put that on a t-shirt, frame it in the Louvre, because it is the most accurate description of Victor Newman I have ever heard in my entire life. Defeating a man with that level of calculated malice requires an insane amount of careful planning and a series of perfectly coordinated, precise strikes. You can't just walk up to Victor and yell at him. You have to dismantle his life piece by piece. And what is Jack's ultimate goal? He wants to permanently divide Victor and Nikki Newman. I am calling it right now. The villain arc is about to go nuclear. Trying to separate Victor and Nikki is like trying to separate the sun from the sky. It is an astronomical task that usually ends in absolute disaster for whoever tries it. But utilizing Patty Williams as the secret weapon in that strategy, it amplifies the intrigue tenfold, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because there is no way this ends peacefully. I am literally hyperventilating just thinking about the sheer cinematic mayhem that is about to unfold. Jack sitting in society, sipping his self-poured drink, smiling at the woman who drugged him, all while his wife is at home having night terrors about being replaced. It is a high-octane psychological masterpiece, and the stakes have never been higher. I am so deep in this lore that my grip on reality is slipping. This storyline is now my entire personality, and I'm not okay. If Jack manages to pull this off and actually uses Patty to drive a wedge between Victor and Nikki, it will go down in Genoa City history as the most unhinged, brilliant tactical move ever. But if Patty snaps, or if Diane files for divorce before Jack can explain his born chess game, send help. My brain is visibly buffering from the sheer audacity of this plot. I need to go lie down on the floor and stare at the ceiling for an hour. Until next time, besties, keep your enemies close and your self-poured drinks closer.